Hey YouTubers, Marie B, and have I got some news for you on the medical marijuana in Florida has passed a November 8th ballot. We're all very excited about this, of course. It is legal, and well, it will be. There are some new laws that have passed throughout many states with this medical marijuana, recreational marijuana. You have Massachusetts, of course, that passed over back in 2012. Michigan, it's been medical, 2008. You have Minnesota, it passed 2014. Of course, they give you all the possession limits to it. Montana, 2004 has passed. Nevada has passed. It was on the 2000 amendment, number 9. They are allowed to have 12 plants in their home. A lot of places are having at least 4 plants. New Hampshire has passed 2013. New Jersey has passed in 2010. New Mexico has passed in 2007. New York has passed 2014. And North Dakota, 2016. They're only allowed 3 ounces per 14-day period. In Ohio and Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. Look at this, people. I mean, this is crazy. You got Vermont, you have Washington. That was back in 1998, Washington. They're allowed to have 15 plants already in Washington, D.C. Now, Florida has passed. It is yet to be determined when amount to be determined. So right now it's as of January 3rd. I believe it's like 29 days, folks. You will be able to have your medical marijuana here in Florida. Of course, you have to have, there's some rules and there's still some regulations, so you got to keep that in effect. It says here, although marijuana legalization initiative did not qualify for the ballot in 2016, which keep in mind, folks, in 2018 it will be on the ballot again. It is medical right now. Medical amendment number 2, medical marijuana legalization measure was put on the ballot, and it passed. So, folks, we will be able to smoke medical marijuana in about 29 days here in Florida. It regulates marijuana for limited use, growing by persons 21 years of age or older. Like I said, there's going to be rules and there's going to be regulations. Let me just go down here. I want to share with you all a few things here. This is your demographic in Florida, which really don't need that. I'm going to try to go to Facebook. You have Florida medical marijuana. There's an update, of course, because it passed, and everybody said yes. Amendment number 2 effectively states that the individual is diagnosed with a debilitating medical condition may use marijuana for medical purposes on the advisement of a licensed Florida physician. The Florida medical marijuana law defines debilitating medical condition to include scoliosis, you have cancer, you have Crohn's, you have epilepsy, glaucoma, you have HIV/AIDS, you have MS, you have Parkinson's disease, post-traumatic stress, or other element condition of the same type or class or comparable. Of course, to be determined by your physician. It's their opinion that the medical use of marijuana would surpass any potential and unlikely health risks. So, for example, Crohn's disease. Let's say you want to go in there, you have ulcerative colitis. That's going to pass because that's in the family of Crohn's. Let's say you have any debilitating disease. You have PTSD. Well, let's say you go in, I have migraine headache. And it's debilitating. It's going to be up to your certified doctor to allow this. Now keep in mind, there are a lot of doctors out there that are licensed, certified to give you right now the medical marijuana that was passed in 2014. That was a low THC strain only. They had one out with Charlotte's Web. So don't let these doctors fool you and say, come on in, it's $250 down. I need you here for 3 months evaluation. They're going to charge you a monthly fee. Don't fall for that. Just wait. Wait until, you want to wait until, I believe it's January 3rd, which is coming up, 2017, when the Florida medical marijuana folks, they have to go ahead and, give me 1 second here. I want to share with you all, give the right information, but it has to go into effect. Everything has to go into effect. They have to have their dispensary set up. Now, not everybody's going to have their dispensary set up right off the bat. I know there's some in Tampa. You're going to have some, I believe, in Orlando already. They're all over. You're gonna have to pull up your state, and you have to do your own research. But I want to let everybody know this is really exciting news about everything that's going on here. I want to show you on Facebook I want you all to become a member to. Let's see, the marijuana doctors. You gotta be very careful. It says the Florida Department of Health has 6 months to establish a program. It has 9 months from the passage of the law. The physicians will serve the purpose of acting as a qualifying patient ID card until such time as the department is ready to start issuing cards. So there is a time limit on here. Introduced on January 12, 2016, repealing provisions relating to the compassionate use of low THC cannabis, creating the Florida Medical Marijuana Act. The House Bill 1183 was filed on January 7, 2016. It allows registered patients and designated caregivers to purchase and acquire possession of the medical grade marijuana. So you got to be careful here because, this is there was a law that passed in 2014 as well, but that's the low grade THC. On November 8th, the people of Florida will vote, which we already did. And there was an update right here. Update on November 8th. The voters in Florida said yes to the medical marijuana. So keep that in mind. There was a law back when it did not pass, for debilitating medical conditions. It didn't pass. We were like 2% shy of what we needed. We got 71.1% of votes. But now with the new law, they made sure that it was stated correctly. You have Florida medical marijuana law defines debilitating medical conditions to include, and then they kind of tell you scoliosis, cancer, Crohn's, Parkinson's disease, PTSD. You have, they continue to say, for any element condition of the same type of class as or comparable to those enumerated as determined by a physician opinion that the medical use of marijuana would surpass any potential and unlikely health risk. As Florida now begins the process of establishing, instituting a statewide medical marijuana program, it is going to still take some time before the program will be effectively ready to start. So everyone has to be patient right now. Just hold on. Don't run to any doctor out there right now, because really, if you go to a doctor right now, there's not much they can do as far as giving you this particular strain. They're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to give you this particular strain that has just passed. This year, the amendment will legalize possession of up to 1 ounce of marijuana by residents age 21. Residents would also be allowed to cultivate up to 6 plants per household. This amendment was on the ballot. Did not make it, but it will. This particular ballot, it will be again on in 2018. So just hold off on all that. You will be able to get that. This is what they're hoping for. So under the amendment, marijuana would be treated like alcohol. It would have to be prohibited for residents under 21 of age. So pretty much you're going to treat it like alcohol, which is fine. Although marijuana legalization initiative did not qualify for the ballot in 2016, Amendment number 2 did. It's a medical marijuana legalization measure was put on the ballot. Okay, so just want to let you know that people, if you're living in the state of Florida, just be patient. Pretty much that's all you can do at this point. Just be patient. You can go to this site right here. It's medicalmarijuana.procon.org. Procon.org. And they pretty much tell you everybody that has just passed. And of course, there's Florida. It just passed. The amount is to be determined. So we don't know how much, what the amount could be. Also, learn your strains. I want to show everybody that's a beginner, and you never really smoked before in your life, and you wanted to see, what should I do? What's the difference? You have a couple different strains. You have stevia and you have indica strains. Stevia, as you see, it's a small, skinny plant. Indica is more of a fatty looking plant. Each have their own unique high. So it's all your own unique feeling. Stevia strains are more stimulating, and indicas tend to be more psychoactive. So a feeling of well-being and ease is often associated with stevias, making them ideal for social situations. The indica strains, and for lack of words, indica, they all say in the couch, meaning couch potato. On the other hand, you have an opposite effect. So you don't really want to go out and socialize. When you smoke indica, you want to kind of just stay inside and, use it as a sleep aid or just a relaxation aid. Where the other one is more active. You're still relaxed, but it's just more of an active strain. So you'll learn them if you've never tried them. Now, I recommend smoking it. I don't recommend the edibles. Edibles, well, for me, I should say, it just makes you feel very, very, how can I put it? It's a different feeling than if you were just to smoke it. I personally will probably never try the edibles ever again. I just didn't like the feeling it gave my body, but as it becomes legal, as it becomes recreational down the road, always take small little quantities, one little smoke, especially for beginners, one little smoke, and you'll measure how much your body needs. You may like it, you may not, but especially when you have a medical condition, you will see the effects of how it will help you. You don't need that much to help your medical condition. Just a little bit, probably every day, every other day, or once a week, or depends on your condition. What you're going to actually use it for. But there's a lot of websites here that you can go to. I was going to show you guys some images here of the different plants, of what they look like. Here's another one. You have stevia, you have indica, and you can kind of see the different of the plant. And then as this becomes legalized and more recreational, you'll learn a little bit as you go, as you read. It's pretty interesting. that it's out there and it's helping people. Obviously, Charlotte's Web is helping children with seizures, and they've done a lot of testing on it. They finally passed it. You know, they put it through even before this ballot went through, 2016. They decided to pass it, and they did. 2014, it's very, very low strain of THC, or none. They just got the CBD in it, and it's oils. So, you know, of course, there's a lot of them are kids. A lot of them are 1-year-old kids, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. Obviously, not going to sit there and smoke it. So what they did was they made oil like an oil for them, and they can put a little oil under their tongue, and the seizures have stopped, like, completely. So it's helped so many children and adults. And now with this passing, the adults, THC has a lot of medical benefits as well. So that's why a lot of the adults, they want their THC, and it's not always just to get high. It's because you want to feel better, and it works. So here are some websites you can go to, blog.greenrush.com, and different ones here for you. So again, just keep this in mind, state of Florida. We are we're on our way. We're on our way to new beginnings, and we're on our way to making this work. Please check out this particular site here, or you can go ahead and join his group. Medical marijuana. Medical marijuana group. Hang in there. Here we go. Just go ahead and sign up. Florida Medical Marijuana. This is a closed group. Richard Kahn. He is and he has really good things on here. He's got marijuana as a portable sleep aid. And then this guy here, like if you're in Florida and you really want to follow, like, wait, what's going on now? And how do I know what doctor to see? How can I find a doctor? They will post it on this site. So go to your Facebook page, join this group, Florida Medical Marijuana. It looks like this. And this is the guy that started, Richard Kahn. And then you just go through it. And he'll put some funny things on here too, but he really will kind of help you through it, show you some things about it, show you some charts, some cool pictures, and just teach you a little bit about the THC and CBD. Here's popular with voters. Medical marijuana finds few champions in Tallahassee. Medical marijuana's inflammations is turning out to be a slow burn. More than 6 million Floridians voted in November to allow patients with conditions like cancer, HIV, AIDS, use marijuana. Nearly 2 million more than President Donald Trump's state total. Setting rules governing a new medical marijuana industry is not a top priority for the newly elected leaders of the legislation. Goes on and on and on. And just talked about the legislation. Growers licensed under a small medical cannabis program already in the state law has registered to lobby the House. People are still going to fight it, but it's the law is the law, okay? So you can't. It's an amendment. The laws are already on the books. Limited full strength marijuana to terminally ill patients and don't include more wide-ranging set of conditions the voters passed. So, and here's the guy here, Richard Kahn. He said it really doesn't say anything that we don't already know about the amendment number 2. It states that in the 2017 Florida legislature begins in March 2017. So it's fair to assume that the only action Floridians are going to see before March 2017 will be coming from Governor Scott and our Department of Health. So he said March 7th, 2017, the new Florida legislature begins their jobs in Tallahassee. So anyway, just if you go to this site and then you'll really, and you want to know what's going on, you know, because you need medical marijuana, just go to this site and this guy will help you out a lot. So, all right, everybody, best of luck to you. And any questions, just, subscribe, like, share my channel, and please share this page because I'm going to be talking more about this. I'm also going to keep you guys aware and up to date of what's going on with the medical marijuana. All right. Peace out, everybody.